Good morning guys, welcome to Swiss Gardening. Today we are going to see something interesting and I'm a rose lover and have got a beautiful rose cutting from Walmart yesterday, and I'm just going to plant this in the ground in my patio, and I'm just going to follow the instructions given by the manufacturer. And this month is March in Boston, and we have just 2 months for summer, so I'm just going to plant this rose cutting so that I'll get very good blooms in summer, and let us see how to do it. So I have got a very nice patio in my house, and this is an east facing patio, and I'm very lucky to have an east facing patio, and rose plants will thrive very nicely in this east facing patio. So I'm just going to select the place where I can plant this stem. I think I can plant this here. So before starting the procedure, I'll show you what all things I have taken. So I have taken some potting soil, compost, neem cake and groundnut cake, some eggshells and banana peels, and our cutting. So this is the place I'm just going to plant our stem. So before starting, I'm just going to open and see how far the root system is. So before starting, I'll just read the instructions what the manufacturer have given, and they have asked me to dig a hole of about 12 inches deep and 12 inches wide, and add some compost, manure and topsoil, and this plant should be planted immediately on arrival. I'm just going to open the packet now. So they have asked, this is the root system of our plants. They have asked me to put this in water for about an hour. So I'm just going to put this in water till I complete digging a hole for planting this. So this will be the exact place I'm going to plant. I'll just dig a hole and show you. So I have digged a hole of about 12 inches wide and 12 inches depth, and I'm just going to plant our stem now. So I'll just show you what all things I'm just going to add in order to increase the nutrition for the roots of our rose cutting. So I'm just adding some banana peels and crushed eggshells. So some people have asked me why you can use a powdered eggshell. So it's your choice, and you can add even a powdered eggshell or a powdered baked banana peels. But still, since it is in ground, I have added banana peels and eggshells like that because it will be composted in about half month. So I'm just now adding some soil. So secondly, I'm just adding some neem cake fertilizer. And this is a neem cake fertilizer which is used as a pesticide and fungicide in India. So I'm just spreading out a neem cake fertilizer. So third, I'm just adding groundnut cake fertilizer. This is the waste of groundnut oil preparation, and I'm just adding this, and this is a very good nutrition for our rose plant. So now I'm just going to keep our rose. So what they have asked me to do is, they have asked me to spread out the roots before keeping. So just remove the soil and try to spread out the roots before keeping. So try to spread out the roots. So be gentle to your plants, and so now you can close it with soil, compost and potting mix. So I'm just closing it with the soil first. So now I'm just going to add some compost. So this is my compost. And some potting mix. So I'm just spreading around the stems. So now you can add the garden soil again. So you have to add the soil till the grafted portion here. So I have added the soil and made a circle for watering. So I always made a circle around my plants to retain water so that it will be easy for watering. So actually mulching is very important for this plant because this is March and I have to protect my plant from frost for about 2 months. So the temperature is very fluctuating in this area. So I'm just going to add some mulch also in order to protect the roots. So before that I'll just water the plant and add some mulch. So let us water. So now I'm just going to add some mulch in order to protect the roots from frost for about 2 months. So these are the wooden bags, and these wooden bags will actually protect our roots from frost or overcooling, and it will save through winter. So mulching is very important to protect our plants through winter. So these mulches will protect our roots from decaying. So every fall season we have to mulch in order to protect our plants from dying, so that it will spring out in the next spring and summer. So I have got a sterilite box and I'm just going to see whether this box will be enough to close this plant, so that it will provide a greenhouse effect to the plant. I think it is correctly fitting, and so till 2 months I'm just going to cover this stem with this box so that it gets protected from the frost and cold extreme weather conditions. So our rose cutting have been planted, protected with mulch, and also I have closed the rose cutting with a sterilite box, which will give a greenhouse effect for this plant. So let us see how all these things what we have done works after a few days. So now I have protected our sterilite box with 2 bricks on both sides so that it will not move out for wind. So let us see after a few weeks. So this is exactly 10 days after we have planted our rose plants. Come, let us check the progress of the plant. This is first week of April, and still the temperature is very fluctuating, so I cannot remove the sterilite box. Just want to check how far our plant is progressing. So it's really good, and new shoots are coming out of it. This is exactly 10 days after we have planted. The plant looks really healthy, and whatever we have done have really worked out well, and still have to protect the plant till the end of May because the temperature is very fluctuating here, and I'm just going to close it with the sterilite box. It's almost 4 to 5 weeks after we have planted our rose stem, and let us see how it works out. So new healthy bushes are coming out of our rose bush. Still the temperature in the night is very fluctuating, and the temperature is very cold, so I don't want to hurt my plant, so I'm just covering with the starlight box. So mostly by the end of May I may remove the starlight box. I may get some flowers. So but I could see some blight disease, and we have to spray some baking soda powder or apple vinegar, so I'll take care of that in order to prevent fungal diseases to get affected. So this is end of April, and I have removed our starlight box. And, after removing the starlight box, I could see some sunburn of the leaves, and new leaves are coming out, and some sunburn is evident. So I just want to treat the sunburn by providing enough water, and also I could see some fungal diseases, and I'm thinking of pruning the branches, and also I've started spraying some apple cider vinegar weekly twice in order to get rid of these fungal infections and blight disease of the roses, and this is very common in roses. So growing a rose plant is not that easy. We have to take care of all the diseases, pests and infections in order to have a good bloom, and I think you could see very nice new leaves and shoots coming out of our plant. So this is end of April, and let us watch the growth of our plant after few weeks. So this is exactly 1.5 months after we have planted our rose bush. See how nicely the leaves are growing, and see the fresh foliage and fresh stems from our Bareroot rose, and it's really doing well. I'm so happy with the roses. So beautiful. Exactly first week of June, and our Bareroot rose have started giving buds, and I have got some 2 to 3 buds. So this one first bud, and this is the second bud, this is third bud, and I could also see some buds here. Yeah, so this is the fourth bud, and our plant is doing really well. Still yet I'm getting some problems like sunburn. I could see some sunburn over here because I was not able to water for about 2 to 3 days. I was out of station, and so now I've started watering it regularly, and this is mainly due to the excessive heat of sun. And also, since the summer have started, aphids also started conquering our plant. So I'm just going to spray some neem and soapy water in order to control aphids. So whenever you see aphids, just try to remove it, and also try to spray some neem water. So see, so here also some aphids are there. So aphids always conquer the fresh leaves and fresh buds. So try to see. I'm just going to spray some neem oil with soapy water tomorrow in order to control the aphid spread. So as of now, the aphid spread is little bit minimal. I don't want the aphids to spread